Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. That's both a welcome for you and me, because it has been a minute since I posted over here. I think going forward, I will commit to posting one YouTube video a month. With food, it's very challenging to balance all of these platforms that I'm on, so I will commit to posting one time a month because I honestly really do miss it. But in this video, I do want to share some delicious and healthy breakfast recipes that I've been loving. These meals are all so delicious. I have everything from a black eyed pea and collard green shakshuka, 10 out of 10. I have a sardine breakfast burrito, some curry grits and braised greens, oh my gosh, and so much more. As I mentioned, all of these meals are really delicious. They're made up of whole food ingredients, so not overly processed. I use a lot of fresh veggies in these meals. There's protein, healthy fats, fiber. I mean, what more do you need? So if you needed some delicious breakfast ideas to make this week, or just ideas to add to your recipe collection, you should absolutely give these meals a try. This video is going to be like the tutorial and demonstration on how I made everything, obviously, but I will have the written recipes on my Substack newsletter. Some of the recipes over there are exclusive recipes available to my paid subscribers on that platform, but I have so many more free recipes that I think you'll enjoy, including the ones that I'm sharing in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into all of the amazing meals that I made for breakfast this week. Let's get into it. Okay, one of my go-to breakfast meals to make is honestly so simple, and it is a breakfast plate. And I think one of the reasons why I really enjoy making breakfast plates is because they don't require, or at least the ones that I'm putting together, don't require much thinking, because I follow the same format for almost all of my breakfast plates. I'll have one or two sources of protein. Sometimes one of the sources of protein also serves as something else. So anyway, 1 to 2 sources of protein. I'll have some sort of healthy fat. I'll have a carb and a veggie. For example, in this breakfast plate, you saw that I was prepping some zucchini. I picked up some zucchini from the farmer's market this past weekend. So I just sliced those, added a little bit of olive oil, salt and black pepper, and popped it in the air fryer. Here I have a couple pasture-raised eggs that I'm cooking on the stove, and this is serving as both a source of protein and a source of healthy fat. And then my carb for this breakfast plate is just going to be a slice of toasted whole grain bread. I'll either have this kind of bread or sourdough bread. What I do like about the whole grain bread, depending on which one you get, because I always try to make sure I get one with simple ingredients and that it also is nutrient dense. So the ones that I like to use always have fiber and they always have protein. They'll also have some minerals and iron too. And because I can't do dry bread, I like to add a few slices of some avocado for my healthy fats and also fiber, but most importantly for me, some flavor, okay? Flavor. And then for my source of my main source of protein for this breakfast plate, it's going to be smoked salmon, and I'll sometimes switch between smoked salmon or sardines, just depending on what I feel like eating, if I had already had sardines, or yeah, I guess just what I feel like eating. Okay, and the last few things I added to the breakfast plate were sauerkraut, because I love my fermented veggies early in the morning. I also added microgreens as well as some spicy everything but the bagel seasoning. For me, these breakfast plates have been a game changer in just ensuring that I'm eating whole foods in the morning. They not only taste good, but they also make me feel good, and they keep me satisfied for a while too. Okay, moving on to Tuesday. Well, I actually recorded this portion of the video over the past weekend because I ingredient prepped. I ingredient prepped a handful of things that we can enjoy throughout the week and throw together with our meals. So I love having, whether it be veggies already prepared, some sort of protein like tofu or salmon. I'll also sometimes prepare a complex carb, so whether that be some quinoa or some roasted Japanese sweet potatoes. It honestly always depends on what I have on hand, because for me, ingredient prepping is a good way for me to use up some of the veggies that I didn't get to finish up the week before, or it can also serve as a way for me to just ensure I have some healthy prepared foods in the fridge, so that when I go to piece stuff together throughout the week, I don't have to think too much. And making a batch of the braised collard greens and cabbage was one of my best decisions for the week because I was able to put it into so many different meals, including the breakfast that we're about to get into now. So for breakfast this day, since the greens were already done, the only thing that I had to cook up were these, what I'm calling curry cream of wheat, curry hot grits, curry hot cereal. Child, by the time this video goes up and the recipe is posted, I would have an official name, and I'm probably just gonna go with curry cream of wheat. And it was so cozy and satisfying. I just started out by toasting some spices. So I had curry, turmeric, some cumin, garlic and onion powder, smoked paprika, a little salt and black pepper, toasted that in some oil, and then I added in the cream of wheat, followed by some broth and water, and then I just let this cook up until it was to the consistency that I wanted it to be at. And because I prepped the greens over the weekend, this meal that probably would have taken me a while to cook up only took me probably like less than 30 minutes. So this was a winner to me. Not only did it taste good, it was also really good for me. It was nutrient dense and just so satisfying. Okay, something else that I made for breakfast this week was a spiced oatmeal with these stewed plums. Y'all, so good. Growing up, I loved plums down. Oh my gosh. I would get a bag of plums and seriously, almost go through the entire bag. I don't know why my dad let me do that, but hey, at least I was craving plums and not something crazy, I guess. But anyway, cleaned the plums off, pitted them, and then added them to this pot along with some maple syrup and water. And I'm just gonna let those simmer and stew on the stove while I prep the oatmeal, which, as I mentioned, is spice. And when I say spice, I'm not talking like pepper and spicy food. I mean like spice. Which in the type of dish that I'm making here, I'm talking cardamom, nutmeg, some cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? And although there was protein in the oats, there's protein in the milk that I used. I believe those two alone got me to about 18 grams of protein. I needed a little bit more, so I added some of my marine collagen, which is really good for skin. Helps with your joints, your hair, nails, and I do think I've noticed some benefits since using it. So it'll stay in my routine a little bit longer. But once the stewed plums were done, it was really just time to plate everything up. So I went in with my spiced oatmeal, the stewed plums, also had some pistachios that I thought would add a nice crunch to this, so I just roughly chopped some and sprinkled them on top. Also added in a little bit more of that protein milk that I was telling you about and a splash of maple syrup. I typically am a savory breakfast girly, but this oatmeal was calling my name and I'm glad I answered because this was delicious. Now for breakfast this day, oh my gosh, I was really looking forward to this because I've been loving it. I'm making a breakfast wrap, but not just any breakfast wrap. This is going to be a sardine breakfast wrap. And I don't know what's up with me and peppers this week, but I clearly have a lot on hand. So I just sliced up some peppers and onions and I'm cooking those on the stove. The peppers and onions are going in the wrap, but so are sardines, as I mentioned. And please don't judge the fact that I got sardines in water. I have not been able to find decently priced sardines in oil for the longest. So the water ones will do. And if you've been here, you already know this, but if you're new here, a little fun fact about me, for about almost 8 years, I didn't eat any animal products. So I was what you would consider plant-based. But when I made the decision to add eggs and seafood back into my diet, sardines were one of the first, if not the first, animal product that I added back into my diet, mainly because of how nutrient dense they are. They're packed with iron, vitamin D, calcium, protein, healthy fats, and I honestly think they taste really good. And if you do want to know more about why I decided to make the change, I'll have the article that I wrote up. It's on my newsletter. I'll have it linked in the description box for you. But anyway, as you saw, I had the peppers and onions. We also had sardines, and then I had a couple pasture-raised eggs that I just scrambled and cooked in the same skillet. And don't mind me, I'm just so excited about this wrap because it's so good. Oh yeah, and these are the wraps I'm using. I know I'm gonna get questions on what brand I'm using. I don't use these all the time, but I saw them. The ingredients were simple. They taste good. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. Now for the wrap, we're just gonna load this up. So I have the peppers that we cooked up, those scrambled eggs, the sardines, some avocado, spicy peppers and oil. By the way, if you're local to the Washington area, these are Mama Little peppers. These things are so good. Oh my gosh, I keep a jar in my fridge at all times. And to me, they make everything taste good, including this wrap, which, y'all, I was struggling on how to roll this, but we got the job done. I mean, it took me a while to get the job done, and it might have been a little janky, but we got the job done. And after rolling that, I put it on the stove because I wanted to toast my burrito. And while that was toasting, I decided to put together like a spicy mayo mixture. So just added some hot sauce along with some mayo to a bowl, whisked that together. And this little, like, it's a simple combination, but it's so delicious, especially with this wrap. And while I was plating this up, I remembered that we got some gooseberries from the farmer's market, which if you've never had a gooseberry, I feel like you either love these or you hate these. I'm glad I'm on the side where I love these. The taste is, oh gosh, I don't even know how to describe the taste or the texture, but it's not a tomato. It's not like a grape, but it's like a combination. Oh my, I'm sorry. If you see these at the farmer's market, just ask to try one. But if you've had one before, please let me know what you think about it. And if you have a better way of describing what these taste like, because I clearly didn't do a good job. But what I did do a good job at is this breakfast. This wrap was so delicious. And if you've been looking for a new way to enjoy sardines, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Friend, to be honest, I think I saved the best for last. If you can't tell in my voice, I'm really giddy about this one because, oh my gosh, all I had was obviously some peppers and onions, some garlic, a little bit of those braised collard greens and cabbage left over. Also had some black-eyed peas and some tomatoes, and then also a dream. That's all I had, $1 and a dream. And that dream was for me to make. If you've had shakshuka before, you know it's like tomatoes, peppers, eggs, some spices. But instead of just doing that, I decided to make a black-eyed pea and braised green shakshuka. So when I say I saved the best for last, my friend, I meant it. This was phenomenal and really easy to make. It was also pretty quick. We used canned beans, so they're already cooked. We used canned tomatoes. My braised greens were already prepared, which is why I swear by ingredient prepping. But as long as you got 30 minutes to put this together, you are probably making one of the most nutrient-dense breakfast meals that you can make. And if you don't eat eggs, feel free to leave these out. You can enjoy this with the tofu scramble on the side. You obviously can't cook it the same way, but that's okay because the eggs aren't even the star of the show. It's really all of the other ingredients that you cook down, that you let simmer on the stove, that just help create the flavor. You know what I mean? Look at how delicious that looks. Now, shakshuka is sometimes eaten with bread or like pita, and so I did have some sourdough bread on hand that I decided to enjoy with this. But wow, 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 this was so delicious, and it's honestly giving soul food shakshuka. And man, I'm so glad I put this together. 10 out of 10, I say 10 out of 10 would recommend about anything I posted here, but I really do hope that you try this one out. All of those meals looked really delicious, didn't they? And they taste good too. Sipping on some coffee. But I did want to come back on and say thank you so much for being here, for watching this video. Don't forget you can find the recipes over on my Substack newsletter, which I'll have linked in the description box. Please leave me a comment letting me know what you thought about this video and what recipe you're planning to try. I really do appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next video.